afternoon. My name is Maura Ouellette, 3 Summerfair Street. I would like to speak to you today regarding the raises of the command staff of the Hooksett Police Department. I'm sure most people here are aware that the command staff of the police department received pay equity adjustments beginning January 11, 2010. These raises were given to Chief Agrafiotis, Captain Daigle, Captain Cecilio, and Lieutenant Klein. In light of the difficult economy, the Budget Committee was not approving raises for any of the employees of any of the departments in town. Due to this, the Budget Committee voted to take the amount of the command staff pay equity adjustments, which equated to $26,870 annually, out of next year's proposed budget. This particular raise was done in non-public session, and a taxpayer had to file 2 right-to-know requests to determine what the amounts of the increases were. While the money was technically taken out of the budget, the 4 individuals are still receiving this increase. This is due to the fact that Commissioners Henry Roy and David Gagnon have remained steady in their decision. Commissioner Roy has stated that the pay equity raises are immaterial. And Commissioner Gagnon said, and I quote, "We don't have to take direction from them on how we set people's pay." Those were 5 and 6 years overdue. It should have been done every year. Now, I've attended police commission meetings for the last 4 years, and I was under the impression that raises were being given each year at the beginning of the new budget cycle, which is July 1st. I decided to do a right-to-know request regarding these 4 individuals to determine if, in fact, they have received any raises over the last 5 years. The results are very interesting. Chief Agrafiotis has received 9 pay raises in the last 4.5 years. In the 7-month period from last July 2009 until this past January 2010, which is this current budget cycle, the chief has received 3 pay raises. Over the last 4.5 years, his salary has increased by 41.2%. Captain Daigle has also received 9 pay raises in the last 4.5 years. In the 8-month period from last May 2009 until January 2010, the captain has received 3 pay raises. Over the last 4.5 years, his salary has increased by 33.8%. Captain Cecilio has received 10 pay raises in the last 5 years. The percentages of some of these increases are mind-boggling. He has received a 6.4% increase, a 10% increase, a 12.6% increase, among others. Over the last 5 years, his salary has increased by 64%. Lieutenant Klein is relatively new to the Hooksett Police Department. He has been with the department under 2 years. He began his employment in Hooksett on June 2nd, 2008. 1 month later, July 1st, 2008, he received his first pay increase. The lieutenant has received a total of 3 pay increases in the last 1.5 years he has been employed with the Hooksett Police Department. His most recent pay increase, given in January 2010, was a pay equity adjustment of 7.4%. Over the last 1.5 years, his salary has increased by 13.4%. The pay raise adjustment forms that I received from the Hooksett Finance Department indicate that Chief Agrafiotis signed for all the raises of the 2 captains as well as the lieutenant. The pay raise adjustment forms for Chief Agrafiotis, however, each contained 1 signature of either Commissioner Gagnon, Commissioner Roy, or Chief Agrafiotis himself. I find this race history to be insulting to the people in this community. This is a tough economy which has seen people struggle to put food on the table, and in some instances, we're seeing neighbors losing their homes. That is far from immaterial. I would like to remind the people in attendance today that the history of the police department has shown that they cannot maintain a full complement of officers no matter how much they have in funds. Instead, these excess funds have been used many times for items that have not gone through the correct budget process. The process that would have allowed the items to be scrutinized not only by the town council and the budget committee, but by us, the Hooksett taxpayers. I believe this cavalier attitude with the taxpayers' money has caused great hardship, distrust, and a lack of confidence with those managing the Hooksett Police Department. It's high time we make a statement to the individuals responsible that their behavior is unacceptable and will no longer be tolerated. Thank you.